All right, welcome.
This is Kids Comics.
Talking about kids comics? What is this show called? It's been a while.
Reading Kids Comics.
There we go. Reading kids comics. And you are?
Ella or Elizabeth?
Which one?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Tim from Omaha Bound. And yeah, we're talking about kids comics. So we've done a couple episodes. Obviously, we're really well polished at this. And today we're going to talk about Terry Levinson's Emmie and Friends.
Yeah.
I think is the name of the series. So book one. What's the first book?
The first book is called Invisible Emmie. And it's about a girl that goes to Lakefront Middle School.
Oh, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? 6th grade, 7th grade?
6th grade.
Sixth
7th
grade.
grade.
It was 7th grade when I was in middle school. Oh, I'm old. Okay, so all right, Emmie goes to middle school, Lakefront.
Yes, Lakefront, but it's not in front of the lake.
Burn. Okay, so how did you find Invisible Emmie?
Either you told me about it or book fair.
Maybe. This one may have been just a welcome our dog. This one might have just been like we saw it at Target.
Maybe.
Or the library.
Or the library. No, I think Target.
Target. We just bought it.
Yeah.
We should grab your pumpkin.
Oh,
Do you know where
no,
it is?
we took it apart.
Did we?
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay. All right. So the first book, Invisible Emmie. Show them the cover. The cover is Emmie holding a picture in front of her face because she's shy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she likes to draw. She's a really good artist.
Yeah.
So what grade was that? 2nd grade or 3rd grade? That you did the
3rd grade.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
So in 3rd, tell us about your 3rd grade project.
So in 3rd grade we had to make a pumpkin. This was like before Halloween. And it was a book project. And so we had to pick a book, and I chose Invisible Emmie. And I put the picture of her holding up the book in front of her face, and I actually drew that exact picture, and it looked pretty close to like her.
So you drew the picture.
Yeah.
Just like Emmie's picture, and then you made hands and arms holding it that were stuck to the pumpkin, and then the white pumpkin was like her head.
Yeah.
And we had cool hair.
Yeah,
right?
It was like sparkly. It was pretty neat.
That was a pretty cool project. So Invisible Emmie, middle schooler, super shy artist. And right before this, so right before we started recording, I was like, hey, Ella, we shouldn't spoil the ending. She's like, what do you mean? And then I had to explain, because it's easy to
like
maybe go over your head. So depending on the age of the kids reading this one, you might need to help guide or point out some of the things that happen to get the full impact. So I bet you'll read it again now that...
Yeah, and now I'll understand it way better.
And so it's like watching The Sixth Sense. You don't know what that is, but... or that movie with that twist ending, and then you watch it again, and you're like, oh, they're throwing hints all over, and like, why didn't I pick up on this? Like, I should have picked up on it, but I didn't. So, yeah, Invisible Emmie. Obviously, you made a pumpkin project out of it, so you liked it.
It's a good book.
Pretty good book.
Yeah.
And then followed up by I'll trade you books.
Cool. Positively Izzy.
Not invisible. Positive. So what's Positively Izzy?
Positively Izzy is not about Emmie. Totally different.
It's about her friend.
Yes, it's about her friend Brianna and a girl named Izzy that goes to the same middle school as Brianna.
Don't spoil the ending.
I know.
Okay. These all have spoiled endings. Cool. Okay. And then 3rd book, Just Jamie.
Yes, which came out, I think, in 2019.
19.
Yeah.
And Just Jamie is about Jamie, one of the Gossip Girls.
Yes.
From Invisible Emmie.
Yes. It's kind of important that you remember that she's a Gossip Girl in Invisible Emmie because that makes a big impact towards the end of the book.
And look how much bigger. Maybe you can see this or not, but like this book, Jamie is like 3 Invisible Emmys. Maybe 2. Maybe it's 2. And Izzy, same thing. So she really tells a big story. This one has like 2 people. Mm-hmm. They all have kind of a 2-person or multiple person narrative, with 2 different art styles being used throughout, which is important to pick up on. So this is one that I think it was Target, and Target's been a pretty big supporter of this series. They've promoted it pretty heavily. Yeah. So, what do you think about these books?
They're all really good books.
Yeah. But you just reread all of them.
Yeah.
I just finished Invisible Emmie, and for me, like, I gotta say, like, I had a hard time getting into it. Like, it took me a little bit, and then finally I was like, all right, I'm just gonna read it. And they got really good. And then the ending was a good payoff. So now I'll probably pick up the other one and read it. So 3 books, and Terry Liebenson wrote and illustrated them, and I have not seen who the colorist was, so until I find out otherwise, I will assume it's Terry Liebenson, and she is a web cartoon, so she did some online web comics for a long time until she was picked up or got a book deal to do these, and you can really tell she can tell a story in a couple pages. Like, all of these are 3, 7, 4-page, small stories. Like, you could read each of these, couple page series, like every few days. You could read one of them and do that for a month and have a really fun story.
I actually told myself that I would read one person and make it only from the one person's point of view. And I actually did it, and there was such a big difference.
You read the book but only read one person?
Yeah, like in this book, I just read Katie. That was it.
Like when you reread it, or first
when
time?
I reread it.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then you went back and read Emmie? Or you just read one?
I just read one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to see what it was like, and it was really, really different.
Did it tell a good story, though?
Yeah.
Start to finish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So 3 books, all really good, easy to find. I mean, you can get these at Target. You can go literally right now to Target and get these.
Yeah.
But you should maybe support a comic shop or a bookstore, or your school's book fair. You can get all these at those. So. And
most of the books that we're talking about are Scholastic, and Target has a lot of Scholastic. Yeah. And most of the book fairs, I think, are probably Scholastic book fairs.
Yeah. This one is not as Scholastic heavy. So we've been doing a lot of graphics, which is the Scholastic imprint. This is a HarperCollins Balzer and Bray imprint. Now, the first one
is Scholastic.
Yeah, so it started with Scholastic, but has now moved.
I've actually seen the whole series at my Scholastic book fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's a new Scholastic sells them, but somebody else is now publishing them, which is why you get a bigger book. Scholastic wants Graphics, the company that did Scholastic books. They wanted the smaller book one to make sure it would pay off. So Terry Liebenson, great books. All right, so normally we rank these. Yeah. So let's do a quick
rank.
Yeah. So obviously it's at least a 3.
For you?
No, I mean for you, it's obviously you've read them a couple times. You like them. It's 3. Is it a 4?
It might be a 4.
Yeah.
I think this one, Just Jamie, is probably my favorite.
Yeah?
out of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you think we did Positively Izzy, Invisible Emmie, Just Jamie? Like, why do you think that was the next book we did? When after we did the last one, I said, let's do these. Any guess? Why?
To make a turn on like the colors and the way that they're drawn, like in Smile, it's based on Raina's like real life,
Yeah.
and the people look like really real. You know?
Okay. These are more cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Amulet, the people also looked really real.
Yeah. Very distinct styles.
Yeah.
She's given me way more credit than I deserve. I didn't put any kind of thought like that into it. The reason we did this one is because Terry Levinson came out with a new one called Becoming Brianna, which came out last week.
That was there the whole time?
Right? No, I mean, I just put it there yesterday. So, surprise.
Oh my gosh.
So, new
that's
book
funny.
just came out in the series, and this is the Emmy and Friends. So you can get all these books and jump on and read the new book. So,
Wow.
yeah, you excited to read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, let's wrap up the episode then, because she's going to go read this book.
Yeah.
All right, any last thoughts on Terry Levinson's Emmy series?
It's a really heartwarming book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, well, thank you.